save it, crave it, like summertime fun splashes. I remember 100-yard dashes, project clashes. Once my mom's gave me 20 lashes, so the punishment will last its scheduled time. I've been down with the shine. My caramel cinnamon skin looks refined like oil. Sweat slides into ubiquity on asphalt and sometimes greenery settings. I'll be betting old man Werner won't be getting his wind on until the earth rotates at the appropriate angle. Sun Ra is precise in its precision, divides its wealth by divisions. Some days all I need is a smidgen of your rays to complete my journey. Your light is absolutely essential for the mental vibes fluttering like hummingbirds in my head. Each dawn symbolizes a new beginning born. Rising lotus flowers uplift their leaves to receive the endless powers that you reflect. Certain scenes are etched in my memories. 70s song melodies create the soundtrack of my early life movies. Groovy, my pop's music would soothe me and bathe me in prominence. I used to bounce my head against the couch to feel the rhythm within and without. Mini afro napped up. Don't worry, I won't act up because this was heaven, all wrapped up and presented as a gift to uplift the eternal souls that have been forgotten. Me and my friend Sunbear shared stories galore of our sun friend and the memories that he evokes. We discussed Akhenaten and his retreat from tradition and how Sun Ra became his focal point. Sunbear stated that me and the other Sunbears had been disturbed at the lack of spirituality existing in today's world. I said, yes, it's absurd that the endless material manifestations have put human spirituality in question. Sunbear replied, is this regression? I said, no question. Okay, that one. Right. I don't want to skip one here. I have one. Okay, yeah. This one next. This one is called Imagine This. Imagine the image of Christ in his strife crossed around his back, thorns sharp to the eyesight, placed neatly on top of his head. Was I there to share in his grief from another lifetime when Jesus asked God to cut his lifeline and said, take me, they can't truly break me, I'll still live when the physical dies. Imagine the Egyptian Pharaoh Ramses II rising in the early morning, sun shining, his attendants bathe him royally. He starts to meditate to escape what is obvious, to achieve the connection with the all in order to lead his people in the right direction. Riding chariots of fire to immortality, statues so crisp, colors so vivid, columns so massive, the land so expansive. Imagine Harriet Tubman with general-like abilities leading slaves through the forest. A soldier who knew how to survive, when to hide, and who to trust. The responsibility that was thrust on her back, you know it had to be enormous. Could you imagine avoiding the flames of the dragon, being cold and tired, but we must move on to make it? Could you take it? If you couldn't, you were left behind. Stay strong. She had a connection with the all. Imagine Paul Robeson taking a stand in this land for the common folk of all races. For his people, he had a special love, but even they denounced him when he said everything was not equal. The story of Christ has many sequels. For 8 years, Mr. Robeson couldn't even perform in this so-called country that he was born in. So I am torn. Why does a black man fight in these wars? Peace to Brother Paul for bravely weathering the storm. Thank you. I wanted to do that one day. Okay. This next one is continues with Sunbear. Sunbear, I think, is my consciousness. I think a lot of writers do that. You can make a character up to represent that. So this will be a two-parter. I will just read it all the way through in the presence of Sunbear and the observation after the conversation. My mouth dries up so much, I swear to God.
Is that in your eyes?
What's up?
Is that in your eyes?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. In the presence of Sunbear, premeditated motions of sound, liquidated fortunes abound. Wistfully, the physical life can be compared to the folliness of clowns. In the essence, through strange worlds abound. For what Enoch said, the seven heavens surely astound. I again took a journey up the road with Sunbear. The sun was so blazing it tingled my fro hair. Sunbear began to share his knowledge on the world situation. He told me, in this present form of life, you must have tremendous amounts of patience and realize you're one of God's precious creations. I asked Sunbear, why for some of our species is life such a challenge? Sunbear told me the trials and tribulations that one goes through transforms them into a godlike state. After many cycles, they become one with the divineness of the all. As we commenced our talk, I observed Sunbear floating into the sunset to rejoin with the other 23 Sunbear elders. Before he drifted towards the grand orbital light, he informed me that the 24 Sunbear elders will keep intensely watching us. However, he stated, we won't intervene until the beginning of the apocalypse. Man's machines are nothing compared to God's scheme. Visions of love, peace, and happiness is the all's ultimate dream. After my conversation with Sunbear, I reflectively took to observing the descension into the earth, it seemed, of the all's first and only sun. The blinking lights in the eyes of looking directly in the sun when it is setting is enjoyable indeed. This is the only time that you would dare look into its eye. Clouds caress this orb of magnificence as if putting on His Highness's robe after an evening bath. The purple haze adorns his background, acknowledging his kingly stature. He eventually retreats, signifying his acceptance of the light beams that will shine in the darkness to come. Continuing his descent, he gently kisses the treetops and conversates quietly with these elder statesmen of high dignity before wishing them a good night's rest. Okay, that ends our spiritual part there. We got 4 more for you, and you can go home. No. Try to make it, nice and sweet for you, Try to give you a little bit of entertainment. I appreciate everybody coming again. Really do. These are from the book, Am I in Love with Her? They kind of go in like chronological order. So the person that's here that they're about, I hope they don't get mad at me if times are good right now. Just that was, you understand. Okay.
She better get over it.
Just wanted to clarify that. But, that's inspiration. That's what it's about. This first one is called You've Broken Through. Yes, you've upset my routine. My plans have to be adjusted to adaptability. You seem to represent that in the most metaphysical sense of expressions. And let me say, you invigorate me beyond the realms of human imagination. Arty-licious and velvety are your kisses. I have been taken away like Calgon afternoon bath salts with the light jazz playing in the background. Help me, I think I'm falling. Was Joni Mitchell trying to keep her sanity with that profound statement of helplessness? That was You Broken Through. Short one. Thank you. This is another short one. Another short poem. This is called Wherever I Go, Your Love, It Still Haunts Me. Missing your eyes at noon, my soul swoons. No love and kisses were presented in the month of June. It's another summer of misfortune. Love amuses me again into fantasies gone amiss. Pictured you as my summer surprise, wines and rendezvous galore. I analyzed long before that you were free like the wind. I was swept away in your tornado of passion and then taken to the Wizard of Oz's palace, a mirage of faces behind the mask. Thank you. This one is called Love Eyes. Your beauty is in your eyes of love. Your beauty is disguised in love. It seems the sunshine only stays with you. Your rhythmic elixir of passion spews all over me. Love eyes feels like a dream. Love eyes, it's just like a drug. How do I escape those kaleidoscope eyes akin to the Lucy in the Sky cartoon guy who yells, all aboard? Charting me on a course of no return. An addiction that I recovered from once, now I've relapsed into an obsessive state. My manic texts have ruined my points and worsened the verdict for me. They say the second time is worse. Whoever they are right. You would think that through experience this would be easier this next go around. Not the case. My wet pillowcase will attest to that. I admit to the ugly cry, the cry that no man wants anybody to see. So I postulate a smile to everyone that life is swell. A fake mask for every occasion, season, and moment. But deep down it hurts like a dissension into the Hades fire. I am speaking loosely. You creeped up on me in the poster-filled bathroom, swirling those orbitals. Sucking me in your madness like the winds between the Chicago skyscrapers. Holding me there with those eyes of love, trapped in absentia. Thank you. Don't get mad at me, dear. This one. Love is a heart attack waiting to happen. Standing oblivious, missing you but not sure it was going to last past short interludes in spokeless bars with occasional smooches, leaving me both fascinated and befuddled. Puddles of tears I've cried knowing you are a full woman whom I want to love to the core elements of who you are. You change wind patterns when I get too comfortable with a particular one. Your passion is much too controlling with its push and pull effect. Charcoal's heated to the brink and then left cold to smolder, breaking apart with the touch of a fingertip. I used to throw them against the Franklin Terrace project buildings just for the explosive effects. I was enslaved to this passion. I had to break its chain of restraint to keep sanity as my friend. It's maddening the emotions I feel for you. For if you don't feed your dog, he will definitely turn on you in a ravaging frenzy of betrayal. The lack of release for my love for you could turn into greed for your precious love. The trueness of love is not possessive. This altruistic love is freely vulnerable, totally understanding, and unconditionally unwavering. But left to stagnate, it can become a stench of resentment. So friends it must be. The murky waters are not kind to my Capricorn blood pressure. My cortisol hormone spray must be used economically for the stresses of daily life. It should not be used in one setting. The end result could be a depletion in one's physical well-being. I was quite reticent in starting this affair over again. Quite foolish in not listening to my sound mind versus my vulnerable, fragile heart of openness. All right. Okay, this last, we're going into good. This is the last one. It's called The Other Side of the Rainbow. Like summer rains in October, your visual has taken a hold of my soul. My dreaded pillow talk has begun all over again. I dreamed that to the heavens we had ascended, only to find out my dreams have conned me again. The embrace we took part in was full of warmth and depth. It set me free as eagles with their young or reclusive mountain perches. My spirit is continually searching for the state of nirvana's bliss. I may never again experience your soft butter kiss. Queen Miss, I've been in a morbid state without your sunshine. Please come with me to the Garden of Eden. Don't worry, I have gotten permission from the eternal gardener to enter. Once the gate is open, we can enjoy the reflective sun lakes and enjoy divine fruit like marmalade oranges and violet plum grapes. Then we can proceed to slide down lush colored rainbows. I have always been enchanted by what is on the other side. Is there a pot of gold? Or is that where true love resides? All right, thank you. Okay, we're gonna do a song now. We're gonna do a song, just thank Louis Armstrong. Somewhere over the rainbow. Just play it.